everyone. Welcome back to the show. Well, the Vancouver Men's Show is happening, and there is a whole lot going on, including a little bit of strongman action.
Yeah, no kidding. The BC Strongman competition is going to be happening within the Men's Show. We are joined by BC Strongman competitor Brian Way and also Robin Wright, founder of BC Extreme Athletics Association. Guys, how are you?
Great. Thanks for having us.
Joining us. Robin, tell us about the whole association and what it is you guys do. People might be familiar with strongman competition.
Right. So if you've ever watched TV, you're doing Atlas stones and big pulling trucks and flipping cars and doing all this crazy stuff, and it's quite heavy. So what we're about
flipping a car, it's quite heavy.
Well, and remember in high school you turn your buddy's car around in the parking. We do that stuff. So what we're all about is we host these strongman competitions, and BC Strongest Man, Kamloops, we do down in the Lower Mainland here. It's all about it's being friendly. I've made some great friends like Brian.
Friendly competition.
Very friendly competition. We support each other even if we're failing.
Brian, tell us, do you have a specialty, or when you're in a strongman competition, do you have to do everything?
You pretty much have to do everything.
And we have a couple of items here that we're going to be,
Jeebus, first of all, let's give some perspective.
By we, I mean
big
you
this
guys.
Man is.
I know.
That's donk.
What am I holding, first of all?
That's one of the battle axe we use to do a static hold, and you'll just hold that in front of you for a length of time.
And by you, let's get Mike.
Yeah, no, I can't do that for very long.
Can you demonstrate how you guys do this one? Now this weighs what, 42 pounds?
42 pounds, yeah.
And maybe you can walk us through, Robin, when he's doing this, why is this so difficult?
Because you're looking at leverage. So you have 42 pounds extended 3 feet over your arm. So you're trying to keep it in a perpendicular position. It's just time. It's just one of those painful things that you just have to work through.
And the record so far is like over
About
a minute?
Minute 6 on this.
Wow. Brian, how much of this is physical? I mean, obviously you can train and get stronger, and how much of it is just mental and the force of will to get through some of these competitions?
Some of the events, it's honestly, it's brute force and ignorance. You just have to get in there and lift it.
I would imagine something like that's time. Is everyone playing mind games? I mean, as you're going and you're watching these guys hold them up, are you do you get intimidated if a guy looks really solid?
Sometimes. Something like this, you just find your happy place and just hold on as long as you can.
I don't think my happy place is holding that giant battle axe. We're looking at some pictures here of some of the other stuff, but maybe you can tell us what else is happening, when people can come watch you guys. I hear you might have an extra spot if Eckford wants to do a drop-in.
That's right. I got to gain about 99 pounds before I actually start competing. But
we're starting at noon. We're going to be starting with a tire flip. We have an 850-pound tire. We're going to be flipping it for back and forth for reps. We're going to be doing a car deadlift and hold, so it'll be a static hold in time.
What kind of car?
Deadlift.
You know what?
Is there a standard for the car? Like, I mean, do you have to have weight standards or anything, or do you just?
Well, Strongman is very math-oriented, right? So it's all about, the tire is 850 pounds, or the car might be 2,000 pounds, but really you're holding a portion of that in your hand because it works off of fulcrums.
Right.
So you're picking up the car, and in hand should be maybe 600 pounds in hand.
So nothing to it.
Now
if you can't deadlift 600 pounds.
Before we get to this little monster, maybe you can tell us about the entire weekend, because the men's show is on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah. The Strongman competition is a part of it, but there's so much going on.
So much going on. I'm excited because I don't have to do much on Friday, but I'm gonna be there all day. But we're looking at poker, paintball. There's going to be those guys that do the flying, the wingsuits, and there's going to be mustache competition, some spirits tasting.
Congratulations on your victory, by the way, Robin.
Yes.
In advance.
I would imagine there would be beverages of some sort.
Perhaps. Yeah, there might be if you're 19 and older.
Well, and when you think of it in terms of the context of what's going on in the city on the weekend, I mean, on the Sunday you go to the men's show, and then you got the football game in the afternoon. I mean, you could just have a grand old day downtown. And
wait for the cars. The cars are going to be phenomenal. Like, there's $500,000 cars there. They're just
really?
Hot rods and motorcycles, and there's going to be a cool semi there.
Can I ask why this is shaped like this instead of just being like a bar and weights?
Kind of goes to that functional strength thing. If you're a power lifter, you're going to know a clean and press or clean and jerk.
Yeah.
Very similar motion, but a much more functional hand position. So if you're thinking logger, you're thinking hand position. If this was a wooden log, which I do have wooden logs, it's that same kind of motion, all working muscle versus gym muscle. It's actually kind of a merge of the two.
Yeah.
Okay, who's going to do
this? This is harder to lift, though, isn't it, than a traditional bar?
I had a guy that he couldn't press 135 pounds, but you give him a 200-pound log, he could do it all day long.
And he can do it all day long,
Just
right?
because of function of the muscle, right? You have much more power through your bicep and brachialis and your shoulder. It all works together.
How much does it weigh?
That and it was empty at 165 pounds. We can look at some guys getting upwards of 300 pounds.
What do you fill it with?
We put weights on the end. We
Oh,
put
okay.
Olympic weights on the end.
I thought you filled it with
Okay, who's
sand.
gonna lift
It's
it?
like,
I think Brian should lift it.
I think
because
Brian should probably lift it.
my wife will be watching.
Let
and,
me take this off your
I'm
hands.
gonna
There you
get
go,
out
there
of
you
the way.
Come on. You got it.
You need a spotter.
All right. Tell us what he's doing here.
All right, so walking through this, he's getting his hands prepped, bringing it up to his lap, shoulder press.
Hey, Brian, can
Good
you
luck.
do me a favor and make that look difficult? Jesus, man. Thank you. That's more like it.
Now, just for perspective, Eckford, do you want to give it a shot?
No, I don't at all, actually.
Come on.
Yeah, come
I
on.
deadlifted it earlier, and I couldn't get it up.
That's what she said. And
I don't like to say that very often. Here, hold that for me.
Vancouver
Pride is on the
show
line.
is happening at TradeX November 18th through the 20th. There's so much going on. And once again, the BC Strongman event is Saturday, November 19th at noon. You can go to the
That's
website for more info. We're going to take a quick break, and we are going to come back.
I'm not going to make that
with
transition,
Memphis
I can
Blues
already
right
tell.
after this. Don't go away.
Somebody help me. Oh, God. Oh, God.